Folks, thanks for joining us. This is the Winter Wonderland. This is the Winter Wellness Week. We are on Thursday's workshop schedule, and with us today at 10 o'clock, we have, back by popular demand, Dr. Kathleen Geringer from Tampa, Florida. And her topic today, a perfect topic for this time of year, perfect topic for just about everybody out there. Skin. How do you get the radiant skin that you see on Dr. Kathleen Geringer right now? She's going to give us her secret to radiant skin, to great skin, healthy skin, not just radiant, but healthy skin. Good morning, Dr. Kathleen. How are you?
Good morning. I am doing wonderful. It is beautiful down here in Tampa Bay, Florida, and it's so good to see you. I guess it's snowing up in your area of the woods.
On and off, yeah, of course. Yeah, we're gonna get it. No way. There's no way around it. Yeah.
Exactly.
At the moment, it's not. At the moment, it's okay. Sun's out, chilly, but no snow at the moment.
Perfect. So today is one of my favorite topics. It's about food. You and I have that in common. We love food. We love to cook, and we love our kitchen. That's when we can be the artists in our own reality. So our topic is foods that would help your skin health. And of course, we know that our skin is the largest organ in the body. And so let's begin. All right, foods to eat for beautiful skin. I'm going to go ahead and do a little introduction about myself. Hi, I'm Dr. Kathleen Geringer. I am a chiropractic physician, and I received my doctorate at the age of 24, and I've been practicing for over 20 years, believe it or not. I opened my first private practice at the age of 27. So currently, about 25% of my patient base are mostly conventional healthcare providers, such as medical doctors specializing in emergency room medicine, internal medicine, orthopedists, oncologists, nurse practitioners, and the rest is you, my followers, my audience, and a mixture of our local community and also professional athletes. And I'm super excited. I'm going to be attending the father and son tournament next week to see my athletes. So, of course,
Is that a golf tournament? Is that a golf tournament, Catherine? Okay.
Yes, it's a golf tournament. And believe it or not, they just announced that Tiger Woods, he's going to be playing with his son, Charlie. So I'm super excited about that. So I love going to the father and son tournament every year in December. It's so nice to see the interaction between, the dads and the son. And it's such a wonderful, wonderful environment to be at. So anyway, my hobbies actually include, of course, golf, cycling, weights. Sure.
Technical difficulty.
Can you hit escape, please?
Sure.
And then just flip through your PowerPoint without going into the full screen, because we can't see you change this.
Like that?
Thank you. Perfect. Thank you.
Okay. So my hobbies include golf, cycling, weights, and also hip hop dance. And domestic hobbies, I love cooking and, believe it or not, sewing. My mom taught me how to sew and cook when I was probably 5 or 6 years old. And I feel like, being a lady, we should kind of know how to do that as well. I'm just very traditional in that way. So Yes, and my claim to fame includes I'm actually a cover girl of a book titled Weeping Under the Same Moon by John Elias. And I was only 4 years old at that time. The book is actually in a requirement reading for a lot of schools up north, where it talks about how we can volunteer and how we can really change lives through that way. And I was a refugee, and the book is about my journey actually as a child and my sister's journey as a refugee coming here to America. Beautiful book, lots of tissue box, lots of tears. I'm also a hand model for Public Supermarket. And currently, I am featured as the health and wellness expert with a company that I'm affiliated with. It's called Ucarry. So you will see my face in about 71 million households on HSN, QVC, and on infomercials throughout Hulu. It's exciting. I just love the audience. I just love being out there, just educating our followers, our audience about health and wellness. I think it's such a great time to be in this type of arena just because there's so much out there that I feel like our public need to know about and learn. Well, let's be
Absolutely. You mean you're not going to give us a little hip hop demonstration?
no,
No,
that's on
okay.
the channel, okay? I'm also on TikTok, believe it or not. But it's a lot of fun. I mean, I feel like people are attracted to people that are full of energy, full of enthusiasm, and just have a zest for life. And that's really important. I feel like that is the main ingredient on skin health. Just our environment is what we're able to absorb that type of energy. And if we're able to surround ourselves with the right type of energy and the right type of people, it's like you can spread this love and this joy throughout the world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, you're a great ambassador for that. So let's see all your secrets.
Okay. Well, welcome. So I want to have people, asking you, hey, how do you have such nice skin? Like people come up to me and say, oh, I love your skin. I don't see any breakouts. I don't see any, well, I do have some wrinkles if you look. And I think it's important for us to understand that there are like two important factors when it comes to radiant skin and beautiful skin. So it's all about what we put inside our body and how we looked after our skin. So, of course, we know that eating a balanced diet is essential prescription for a healthy skin. So, beautiful, plump, dewy skin is what we go after, men and women, believe it or not. So, the food you feed your body will not only show on your skin, but it also benefits your overall health. So we don't want to look older than we actually are. If your skin doesn't look good due to wrinkles from the sun, or perhaps it has thickened because of smoking, drinking, too much alcohol, hint, hint. The holidays are here, so just be mindful of how much alcohol you consume because it will affect your skin. Discolored and droops for losing elasticity. And we can talk about hormones and things like that in our next presentation. So there's no doubt that these factors is a huge beauty industry. And you'd be so surprised when we talk about the beauty industry stats. So the global beauty industry market is valued about $511 billion.
Wow.
In the US right now. I mean, globally in 2021 currently. So the beauty and personal care market will hit 716.6 billion by 2025. Of course, the US market, the cosmetic market, is worth about $62.46 billion. So there's a lot of money to be made in the beauty industry. But of course, we don't want all these products, which most of it contains a lot of chemicals, to be placed on our skin. It's almost like a Band-Aid. We're covering that boo-boo spots, every now and then. Okay, I'm not trying to be vain. It's okay. But let's go to the underlying cause. Why are we breaking out? What can we do to feed our body so our skin can glow? So the condition of your skin can either age you by 20 years or make you look younger by 20 years. I like the younger part. The skin is the canvas on which the artist performs its magic. I think it's just so great because taking care of our skin, that's what we look at ourselves in the mirror every day. And what we want to do is that we want to nourish it with the right kind of stuff, not superficial stuff, the right kind of stuff, so we can actually balance our health from the inside out. So, of course, genetic plays a huge factor in your skin. It is the genetics that would determine when your skin starts aging. We have testing out there that we're able to genetically test to see at what age does your skin starts to age and lose its collagen. Environmental toxins and your lifestyle also accelerates the aging of your skin. You are never too young or never too old to feed and nourish and take care of your skin. After all, your skin is the largest organ in the body. The health of your skin is a reflection of your inner health. So, how does skin damage occur? Skin damage occurs because of oxidation. It's almost like an apple. You take an apple and you cut it in half and you leave it out for a little bit. Of course, the apple starts to oxidize. It starts to turn a little bit brown. We call that free radical damage or oxidation. The same occurs in your skin. So what do we usually do when it comes to that? Sometimes if you squeeze a little bit lemon or lime on that apple, it doesn't oxidize as fast. We alter the pH of that apple. The same applies for our skin. In a couple slides down, I have like a recipe you can actually go in your kitchen and make that you're able to do naturally to protect your skin and nourish your skin. So skin damage occurs because of oxidation, a chemical process where unstable molecules, which are called free radicals, they actually steal an electron from the healthy cells. That whole process is what turned the apple kind of rusty brown. Smoking, alcohol consumption, bad eating habits, lack of sleep, and chronic stress can truly take a toll on your skin. Reasons why your skin could be looking dull. These are some of the reasons. Dehydration, so make sure you drink a lot of water. You don't exfoliate your skin, so make sure you exfoliate. Get one of those Lothar. Not moisturizing regularly, too much stress, not getting enough sleep. Your body needs to sleep, shut down so it's able to repair itself. The environment can play a huge factor on your skin. Matte makeup. Yes, ladies, those matte makeup that you girls put on your face, or sometimes men do that too. What we want to do is that we want to make sure your skin is able to breathe. So the matte makeup, you can wear it every now and then for a photo shoot or something, but don't wear it on a regular basis, because what it does is that it blocks your pores, so your skin cannot breathe. So don't just eat foods for good skin. Make sure you apply it on your skin too. And this is kind of like a very simple recipe that you can actually follow, so then you can make your own skincare in your own kitchen. So here's something for blackheads, blemishes, enlarged pores. And you can do this at least once a week. I usually like to do it when I'm kind of like about to get my bubble bath or something like that, at least once a week and twice a week if I do have the time. So first, what you want to do is that you want to remove the yolk from the raw egg and beat the white stuff until it gets a little bit like stiff. Then you mix 1 teaspoon full of honey in it, yummy honey. So you smooth the mixture all over your face. And you just kind of let it sit there for a little bit. It's so easy, and just let it soak in. Sometimes what I do is that I add a little bit of apple cider vinegar, the Bragg's apple cider vinegar, just half a teaspoon of it, and just put it in my face and just let it soak. And then you wash it off. How easy can that be? Instead of spending thousands of dollars on just like skincare needs. So top natural ways of improving your skin, of course, try to start today. Put lemon or lime in your water, so it helps to raise your pH a little bit. And maybe tonight or this weekend, do that little concoction. So there are a couple of other things that you can do to keep your skin looking good. And we talk a lot about taking care of your skin from the inside. So it's really important for us to take supplements, because no matter how much food we eat, it's just not enough. And one of my favorite one, which I always brag about, is the Beauty Complete. I'm sorry, it's one of my favorite things because it has like a blend of everything that I need. Mm-hmm. So these are the key ingredients that I would say that you can apply into your regimen and your supplementation to really protect your skin. Antioxidants such as grapeseed extract. I like to take resveratrol because I can't drink. And then vitamin C, vitamin E, beta carotene, phytochemicals. No, they're not chemicals. What they are phytonutrients that really help to nourish your cells and fight off that free radical. Omega essential fatty acids and minerals. It's really, really important for us to take some trace minerals. Listen, I said trace minerals. So don't overdose yourself with too much minerals, because it's going to counterbalance your body's chemistry. Mm-hmm. Next thing is that this is one of the smoothie that I like to whip together, that I felt like it gives us a little bit more ingredients to kind of like help to support our skin. But you can see that when I make my smoothie, and I usually record it and video it, I put a lot of stuff in there. So this is kind of like basic, normal people should be able to follow. The ingredients is you take 2 oranges, of course, peel it. And what you want to do is that if you have some mango or something like that, chop up some mangoes and throw it in there if it's in season. And then you do a half cup of frozen strawberries, 1 medium carrot, kind of like half a plain yogurt. I'm not a yogurt eater. I prefer like non-dairy yogurt or coconut yogurt. And then do 2 tablespoons of wheat germ. That's really important because it really helps to balance our microbiome. 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed. That helps us with the fiber. And also 1 tablespoon of fresh juice of lemon. Lemon does a wonder for your body. And of course, I put 1 tablespoon of granulated sugar. Oh my gosh, sugar, Dr. G, what the heck? We're not supposed to have any sugar. Substitute it with honey, okay? There's palm sugar. I know, people just freak out. Suddenly, like fruits and anything that has like a little higher glycemic index is like a bad thing for us in this world. I'm like, it's bad if you kept eating that crap every single day, you know? So substitute that granulated sugar into honey or palm sugar or coconut sugar. Or you don't even have to put it in at all. So that's the ingredients. Of course, you place it all in. I use my little magic bullet because it's really fast, and boom, my to-go drink. Easy peasy. So here we go. 9 foods to eat for beautiful skin. Audience out there, stop whatever you're doing. Tune in and write this down. Purple potatoes, walnuts, cucumber, wild salmon, fermented vegetables, pumpkin seeds, cacao, bone broth, and avocados. Or if you're not a dinosaur like me, you just snap a picture of it. So purple potatoes, I did a little recording on this too. I love purple potatoes. I also love the Japanese purple potatoes because the purple color is what makes it stand out. That's what makes it so pretty. I love it when my salad or my food's full of colors, like the color of the rainbow. So it's called anthocyanins. They are the pigments that the potato, they give it that purple look in it. So that purple pigmentations are antioxidants that actually protects our skin. So it contains a whole array source of vitamin C, iron, riboflavonoid. It helps to tighten our skin and it helps to tighten our pores. It actually also promotes our collagen health. So when you talk about skincare, it's really, really important to look at the foods you feed your body with, because the food that you feed your body with will actually be able to break down and nourish your cells. See, when we eat food, it doesn't just go in and comes right out. It's broken down. So our intestinal tract breaks it down, support and supply every single organ in your body with all the nutrients coming from food. And that French fry is not going to be nutrient dense. I'm telling you, it's not going to happen.
You don't make French fries out of your purple potatoes then?
We can air fry it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can air fry it. Or sometimes I'm old school, so I kind of like cut it into little strips, and I put a little bit of like grapeseed oil or avocado oil, like a high heating oil, if I'm gonna cook it or put it in the oven over 400 degrees. I use like a low heating oil about, if I'm going to cook it for under 325 degrees, then I use kind of like olive oil or something like that. Mm-hmm. But I love to cook with all different kind of oils, sesame oil, olive oil, just a little bit. I also drizzle olive oil after I cook my food, just to get the omega-essential fatty acids in there. So the next one is walnut. I also use walnut oil too. So walnut is great for fighting wrinkles. It protects the skin against environmental aggressors such as sun exposure, because I'm always out in the playing golf in the sun. So I'm not the type that's going to hide behind a tree or pasty white. I mean, I like being in the sun, but I have to make sure I protect my skin as well. And actually, walnuts helps to reduce that dark circles underneath our eyes, and it moisturizes and brightens our skin. So it gives us that dewy look. It also helps to exfoliate. Sometimes what you can also do is that, remember that little concoction that I told you about how to do your own little skincare? You can actually grind down these walnuts and put it in there and then exfoliate your skin that way and just wash it off. So it's almost like I always say in my village, in my Chinese village, we don't let anything go to waste. So whatever it is, we try to utilize it and figure out what we can do to, again, we look at food as medicine. We look at food as what it can do to help different body organ system that will really help us to not be sick. And not only with skin, but our overall health, because these are anti-inflammatory foods too. The cucumber skin. A lot of times I see people just peel the cucumbers and throw away the skin. I'm like, are you serious? Right? I mean, it's full of nutrients. So cucumber skin is super nutritious, and it contains what we call insoluble fiber. It also contains a higher amount of beta carotene, which is an antioxidant that helps your skin tone and your skin texture. Cucumber skin helps to improve inflammatory skin, such as psoriasis and eczema. So what I usually do is that I don't even peel the skin at all. I just kind of like cut it up and throw it into my salad and just eat it as it is. So don't waste that cucumber skin. Wild caught salmon, love it. What makes it wild caught? Make sure that it's not farm raised, because if it's farm raised, they put a lot of antibiotics and they put a lot of dyes in there to make the salmon look fresh and looks pink. Wild caught salmon, of course, we know that it's not full of chemicals and it's not being pumped with a bunch of antibiotics. So the wild caught salmon makes your skin glow because of the omega-3 essential fatty acid. It plays a huge role to keep that wrinkles, the crow's feet, off of my face. And it also helps to reduce the inflammatory process. In our next presentation, when I'm invited to speak again, we'll talk about hair and how everything is all related to protein and nutrients to have beautiful hair, beautiful skin, and just feel really amazing from the inside out. So healthy fats in salmon actually helps to improve the skin's elasticity. And I'm one of those weird ones that loves to eat the salmon skin. And the salmon skin, the skin of the salmon, I don't waste it. I don't throw it away. It's rich in the omega essential fatty acid. And that's where I feel like that's where the good fats are. So eat.
Do you prefer your salmon cooked or sushi style?
I am actually not a raw sushi kind of girl. The reason why is I think that the microbiology class, 7 a.m. microbiology class, traumatized me. Unless I know who the sushi chef is, or if they just caught that salmon, that's like, okay, I can deal with it. But yeah. And if, for those out there that like to eat the raw sushi, enjoy yourself.
I do.
So sushi next time, Doc?
Yes, sushi next time. Absolutely.
Okay. So wild caught salmon, yummy. Eat the skin. Fermented vegetables, yum, yum, yum. They call it kimchi. They call it sauerkraut. I don't care what you call it. I call it fermented vegetables. So fermented vegetable actually increase the levels of our antioxidants. And of course, we know that it's so gut friendly that it helps to balance our microbiome. It really helps to treat acne, wrinkles, and even rosacea, so anybody with a skin problem, I always eat fermented vegetables with almost like every meal. It's part of my culture and it's also part of our tradition too. And that's why a lot of times if you visit Japan or even Korea or in the Asian countries where McDonald's or KFC is not on every block, you can see that their skin is just beautiful, smooth, and it's very porcelain-like. And it's because they eat fermented vegetables. I think it really, really helps because your gut is your microbiome. And again, that really helps your body digest the food that you eat. So then you have that radiant, glowy, dewy skin that we all.
Do you ferment your own? Do you ferment your own?
I do, but I'm talking to my front desk girl, Natalie. I love her. She's my personal assistant too. And she's only 20 years old and we were sharing recipes. So she ferments her own vegetables and I love it. Especially I call them the young ones. I just love the fact that our younger generations are going back and looking at food as medicine again. And you and I have been in this arena for years. And of course, I look up to you because you're this researcher too. So what I usually do is that I'm like, oh my gosh, the only way for us to change healthcare in America or in everywhere else in the world is for us to change our mindset. Change your mindset and understand that food is our medicine. It's important for us to feed the body the foods that it needs to decrease that inflammatory process, to have us feeling great and looking good. That's the key. You can look good, but if you feel like crap, it doesn't align right.
Yeah. I found the easiest one to ferment for me is sauerkraut, to make sauerkraut. You just have a head of cabbage, you chop it up, add some Himalayan pink salt, squeeze it out, shove it in a jar and cover it. In 3 days, you have sauerkraut. That's simple.
Wow. I'm going to do that. I'm going to film it too. Let's film.
Okay.
Let's do
All right,
that.
great.
A kitchen date.
Got it.
Yes. The next one is pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds are like the skin's superfood. Why? We know pumpkin seeds have zinc. And zinc actually protects our cell membranes. It helps to maintain our collagen. And of course, it helps to promote skin renewal. See, our body is so amazing that it makes new cells and it breaks down old cells. It makes new cells, it breaks down old cells. So what you want to do is that you want that continuous repair process going on. Otherwise, we talked about the skin looking dull when we don't exfoliate, if we don't allow our skin to remove the old cells, it becomes kind of taunt, and it's not as taunt in a way that it's a little bit dull looking. So you want to exfoliate, you want to eat your pumpkin seeds, you want to eat all the foods to feed your beautiful skin.
Do they need to be raw, Kathleen? Do they need to be raw, or can they be roasted?
They can be roasted, actually.
Okay.
As long as we're able to put that pumpkin seed, because it contains not just zinc, it contains so many other trace minerals in it that really helps to counterbalance ourselves. Sometimes what I do, of course, in my pantry, of course, I have walnuts, pumpkin seeds, and also Brazilian nuts. So whenever I eat a handful of pumpkin seeds, I also eat 2 Brazilian nuts. And of course, we know that it's full of selenium, and it helps to protect my thyroid. So I think it's really important for us to have that kind of food into our body on a regular basis. And cacao. Everybody loves cacao. They're like, oh, I'm eating chocolate. It's so good for my health. It helps everything. And I'm like, a little piece, not the whole bar, okay? It's like moderation is key. But cacao is really good. It significantly reduces wrinkles on the skin that's caused by the sun exposure. So, of course, more and more research are coming out saying that cacao extract might report like this. It offers this protective effect against wrinkles or dark spots on our face by stopping or inhibiting that breakdown of the dermal matrix. What does that mean? That means our skin has several layers, and by incorporating cacao, which is rich in antioxidants, it actually helps to stop that breakdown of that matrix, and that's where the wrinkles are. So what we want to do is that we want to add a little bit cacao into our smoothie, if you like, or cacao into your everyday, regimen. And I said a little bit, not a whole chocolate bar, okay?
If you do buy the dark chocolate, should it be, what percentage do you like cacao? About 70?
70 or 80. And
70
actually,
or 80.
Yes, and believe it or not, I don't like chocolate. I'm like one of those weird one that I don't
no
drink.
Sushi, no chocolate. Right.
Chocolate. So, but I mean, I tell everybody do it in moderation. So it's like, okay. Bone broth. I love bone broth. This is how my mom used to cook. This is what we grew up with. So bone broth contains a large amount of collagen and gelatin. Consuming broth may help to support your body's ability to create collagen, and it keeps the skin nice and strong, and it keeps it very youthful, because inside that bone is the bone marrow. That's where all the nutrients are. And growing up, when my mom makes soup and I make the same, I just buy a bunch of bones. And of course, I try to go for grass-fed beef or anything that's organic. And I just put it in a big pot, throw onions, throw all the herbs I can find and the spices in my kitchen, and just let it sit there. Some people, if they have an Instapot and all these little kitchen gadgets, they do it that way. But I'm very traditional. I grew up with a mom in the kitchen 24/7. So I just kind of learned how to cook the way she cooks. And believe it or not, I don't own a microwave. So I don't even use a microwave. I heat everything, on the oven, on the stovetop.
Exactly. We preach that all the time, Kathleen.
Yes.
Throw out your microwave.
Yep.
Please.
And people heat water in the microwave, or they heat their baby's milk bottle in the microwave. It's like, why would you want to do that?
Well, I have a little test that you can give to your patients and clients. If they refuse or if they resist on the microwave, just tell them microwave some water for about 2 minutes, let it cool, and go water some weeds that you want to kill or a plant that you want to kill. Watch what happens, because microwaved water will kill plants. So what's it doing in you?
Absolutely. And it's like everybody doesn't really think the old way. They're like, oh, okay, convenience. But it's like, no, I just do it traditionally. I don't have a microwave. I'm a
Me
dinosaur.
either.
It's okay. Yay. That's why it likes to
Yeah.
attract lights.
Absolutely.
The next one is avocado. Of course, Mr. Avocado is the superstar. Avocado contains both vitamin C and vitamin E. Of course, we know it's the healthy fats, but they are vital to support the healthy skin, and it prevents your skin from, again, that free radical damage. See, we can't live in a bubble. We have to work day in, day out. I mean, yeah, I have makeup on my face. It's not matte makeup though, because it's free radical. Do I do this all the time? No, I don't. If I'm recording on something, yes, I do. But what I need to do is protect my body from the inside, because I have to still coexist with that toxic environment out there too. So it's so important for us to look at these 9 key foods that I'm talking about. It's not just for your skin. Again, your skin is the largest organ in the body. And what you feed your body will actually shows up on your skin and your overall health. And that's key. So avocado not only is high in like the good fats, but it has antioxidants, lutein, xenocythin, and it helps to fight free radical damage to keep your skin nice and tight and taut and looking really young. All right, here you go. So your skin is a reflection of your inner health. If you feel like you have lost your glow, or if you're painting a dull picture, it might be time for us to break out those bad habits and just incorporate just 1 out of the 9 food groups that I mentioned into your everyday routine. Usually before I say take out, add in, because sometimes people are addicted to the foods that they love. And instead of saying, oh, you can't have this, you can't have that, why won't we add in all the good foods? Then you're like, hey, I don't really need that anymore. I'm not craving for that milk chocolate. Maybe I can replace with the cacao. Maybe I can replace it with the dark chocolate that's at least 70% to 80% higher. Maybe instead of having that 3rd or 4th glass of wine, maybe a glass of wine will do, or 2, and that's it. So be really mindful of what we put in our body, so then it actually helps to heal your body from the inside out. So it's time for us to ditch that refined sugar, the bad processed food that actually is full of chemicals that would create damage to your skin in the long run. So lastly, my favorite quote, let food be thy medicine, and let thy medicine be thy food. Of course, we know that he's the father of medicine. I love it. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate everybody. And if anybody has any questions or comments or anything, please reach out to us or make the comments below. And after I turn off, I go back in and respond.
Well, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure, Dr. Kathleen. You're such a wealth of information, and you live the life, you walk the walk, you talk the talk. That's what we love, right? Absolutely love it. And, there's so many great tips with what you were talking about. I mean, I took notes myself, and I love all this stuff, but you taught me some things too. So the Brazil nuts, that is a great clinical pearl, right? I mean, we think walnuts, you think, avocado is great. But Brazil nuts, high in selenium, isn't that one of the most important nutrients for your immune system?
Immune system, thyroid function, hormonal health. Just 2 Brazilian nuts a day is the selenium that your body needs. People don't understand that when they talk about, because you know me, I'm big in hormones and the thyroid's like my thing. So people think, oh, let me take a thyroid meds, or let me take this medication, or let me take that medication. We're not here to say, no, you don't want to take the medication. Sometimes they do need the medication, but we know the medication will deplete their nutrients. We know that.
Right.
And we see it on paper too. So why wait until the side effects occur? Why can't you just eat 2 Brazilian nuts to protect your poor thyroid, right? And
Yeah.
your skin
So
too.
selenium is one of those trace minerals you were talking about. And you
Yes,
don't need a lot of it. It's in
no,
microgram dosages. So, yeah,
exactly.
absolutely. So let me
Exactly.
ask you, do you know what they call Brazil nuts in Brazil?
No.
Nuts.
Nuts. Okay. That's funny.
So thank you so much. And folks, you have your information on your last slide there. And luckily this is being recorded, so anybody can go back, watch it at any time, make sure they get your information, contact you. And next time you see Dr. Kathleen on a commercial, now you know her, right? Everybody, we got people here. We got people here in the audience watching. They're all women. So I think your topic is very popular.
Oh, thank you. Well, next
So
topic
we'll
here.
next time here. Okay, great. We'll definitely have you back. It's always a pleasure. We'll
It
see you
is.
maybe in a couple of months down in Tampa.
Yes, absolutely. Looking forward for it. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Love you
Thank you,
guys.
Dr. Kathleen. Dr. Kathleen Geringer, everybody. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
See you soon.